everybody, I'm here with a Brother CX205LA computerized sewing machine. It's actually a computerized sewing and quilting machine. Okay. Let's see. It has some really cool features that mine doesn't have. So I know this one's a lot newer than mine. Mine is like, what, 20 years old now, I think. I have lost track. Anyway, let's see. Let's go over it. This one is called a Laura Ashlyn or Ashley. Oh, whatever. Anyway, this one this one can do lettering, basic fun stitching, and well, actually this is basic and this is the extension of more stitching. So you got A for the alphabet and numbers, and then you got the one for basic sewing is all this right here down to here, which mine doesn't have that. Mine's the older version. It's all mixed together. So it had like several different things that are hanging on it. So this is kind of neater. I like this idea. And then our down here that shows you the extra extension of stitching. So that's what this is for. And you can select them when you're ready to do that kind of stuff. This over here is the length. This is the width. This is the selection to select the numbers that are up here. You can see all those numbers. But if you go down here and try to select numbers, you got to make sure you turn this little button here to here so you can go down here so the whole thing can shift down. This is the speed you can go. I kind of like it in the middle. I don't like going too fast and I don't like going too slow unless I'm doing something that needs me to go slower. Faster is only if I'm doing quick straight stitches. This is needle up, this is reverse, and this is free sewing. So in other words, if you don't want to use the pedal and you want to use the machine and let the machine do the work and you just guide it, then that is your start and go. Okay. This is your threader if you want to use it. I don't care for it. This is the thing. If you put the zipper foot on here, you can pull this down and it will stop where you need to stop it at. Let me see. This is a top load. It's called drop-in load, where you drop it in. Remember, you have to hold your bobbin so it looks like the waterfall is coming towards you. So when you drop it in there, then you just sling it through this little guide here. You can see it. I think it shows you how to do it here, how you go into it. And when you slide it through this thing, it's actually hooking it up into that little metal guide. So you don't have to do any thinking. It will do it. You just have to follow the little guide. So, and it shows you here, you know, how it goes. So when you're holding it this way and the waterfall's coming this way, when you drop it in, it's actually coming this way. You don't want it to go the opposite way. It'll get all kinds of clogging issues that you're going to get down there, okay? Let's see, we're going to put this way here. This sewing machine had a lot of dust bunnies and lots of thread wrapped around different places. Dust bunnies and thread up in this area. Dust bunnies and thread down in here, which I got them all out. I greased and then oiled it where it needs to be oiled. A lot of people say, well, I need to know where to oil it. It's hard to get there unless you have, where is it? Oh, here it is. One of these that have a long spout, okay? The bad problem is a lot of people can't afford to buy these. I actually sell mine at really wholesale, a lot cheaper prices. So if you need some, I have some. Let's see. And then you can reach in there and be able to put it on the things that go up and down. And if you get a chance to get this opened up and look in there, you can see a couple places where it needs it. Places that have grease, do not put the oil in there. It'll break it down too quickly. And then you have breakdown or it gets clogged with lots of dust bunnies. She said she was having issues with the rewinder not winding tight enough. There's several different ways that you have to think about it. I mean, if I had another bobbin, I could show you. This part here has to be hooked into it. This little clip here has to be hooked into the bobbin correctly. That way this will it will go in tightly. If it's not in tightly, then the thing won't pull it tight enough to get them tight enough. That's how I explain it. I don't know if that's going to make any sense. Let's see. To thread this machine, you want to come from the back. It's an old spool, so you always come from the back. Okay, and then you come this way. And I know a lot of people say, stop using your finger. All right, I'm going to use my tweezers, okay? And you're going to hook it around this into there, okay? When you get about here, stop, okay? You need to pick up your foot. Pick up your foot. See, when you pick up your foot, then that opens the chambers right in there. There's chambers, okay? It has to be open to receive that thread. If your thread doesn't get received, then it won't sew correctly, and then it'll act like it's not giving you tight stitches or anything like that. So if it's not in that little area here, and you don't have your foot up right here, your foot up, then you don't get that received in there, and then you have all kinds of issues. Okay, so you want to make sure you do that, and then you want to go ahead and go down and around. You can see there's little guides to help remind you. It goes up this way, and your uptake is right there, and you go all the way back, and then back this way and come, and it automatically should go in there. If it doesn't, your machine will not sew a stitch, okay? Because that's what's bringing that uptake. A lot of people don't understand how an uptake works. Uptakes is the thing that pulls it through the tension to get the right tension for it to sew correctly on top, which is really truly your bottom. Okay, so anything on the bottom, okay, of your stitching, okay, is actually controlled from this guy. Okay, if your top stitching is messed up, it's not this guy doing it, it's actually the tension in the bottom, and you don't want to adjust that. You need to go take it to somebody who can help you or even teach you how to adjust it. Okay, and then you go and you lock it through this way, you come down, and then you put it into this little hook and then into the needle. Okay, and then you're ready to sew. You want to put your foot down. Don't forget to put the foot down, because you don't get it all clogged and everything. Let's see what else we got to go through. I think I've talked about everything. Let me think here. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, and you notice how wrinkly this looks? Actually, that's a film they put on there when it travels so it doesn't get damaged, okay? Notice it's not here or here anymore. So the person must have taken it off. She could take this off. This type of paint will not wear out. I'll tell you right now. I had taken mine off. Hey, I had it for 20 years. And I still have all the stitching up. So when she comes in today to have a small miniature class, which is basically what I'm doing, the same thing I'm doing now, I'm going to tell her she needs to take that off, because all that's going to do is make it harder for her to see the stitching, and it'll just keep bubbling up and bubbling up with the heat and everything. And sometimes that could cause the things that's on there to stick to that. So when you first buy it, you want to peel all those off, okay? The only things that will wear off are the stickers that are on the machine. The little stickers, those will wear off faster or peel up faster than this stuff that's printed on here. They're printed on there with hot heat, so they could mess it up. Okay, to make a bobbin, this is still an old spool, so you always start it from the back, okay? Because there's little slits on here that will cause that to pull and throw it across the room. We don't want to do that, so you always start from the back. And you come this way. Instead of hooking it here, I mean, it says in the book you hook it here, but I find that's bad. I found if you come to the front and come this way and around, okay, that locks it in there, won't jump off or fly it across the room, and then put it in here. That you can hook it through where it goes around the bobbin and through this, and it will spin the bobbin and hook up. I found the old school way is easier, to put it through the little hole, down through, and then come up, and it locks in. So that's just the way I was always taught, but you can do whatever you want. And then you click this, and I don't know this one. No, this one doesn't. This one automatically, as soon as you click it in, I think it will say rewinding, and then you can hit the pedal, or I think mine does this. I don't know if this one does. I didn't try it. Some, if you don't have the foot pedal hooked up and you click that, it automatically starts to rewind. Now, I don't know how this one exactly does. I didn't really read the book over here she bring me, because it looks just like my book. The only thing that's different is mine is much older, and mine has all these fold outs where I have it's literally a poster that I have hanging up that shows you all the stitching and where to find them and how to set it up. So it's really crazy. Anyway, so we're going to just go ahead and turn it on. It's on the side here. I turn it on and you see a screen open up. It says 2. So over here we say 2. It's in the center, okay? Needle is in the center, so make sure it's in the center. Then I don't like it at 2.5 because that's really tiny. It's hard to see on the camera. So we're going to move this up to 4. You can do clear up to 5 if you want to, but I'm not doing a basic stitching. This is a basic regular stitching. 3 or 4 is regular stitching, or if you want a really fine one. We don't need to do anything with the width because we're only doing straight stitching. And when you want to move it to any of these things, then you can do so. See how the little light is on? right here on the basic stitching of everything that's in here. Now you have different feet to go on here. She didn't bring me all the feet. I don't have J. I think I have N. So really and truly, it says right up here to use J. Well, I don't have J. I have N. So we'll work with what we got, and we can still do basic stitching with the N instead of the J. Now where's my foot pedal? Okay, now I'm going to get my foot on the foot pedal, and we're going to hear how it's running. And it is stitching really tight stitches, because that's what she said. She was getting loops down here. I think what she was doing is she was not inside of her tension right here. So if it's not in the tension, it will cause loops on the bottom, okay? So we'll make sure it's in that tension and in the uptake, okay? Now we're going to hear it stitch. And now if you want to reverse it, you hit this, and you have to hit it every time to get it to reverse, so it keeps backing up. Okay, and then you go forward. Like this, and it always stays down, so when you pick your feed dog, or your foot up, not feed dog's on the bottom, foot is right here, then you can turn it. And now here, we're right here is where we stitched, and this is where we backed up. And we turn it here, and everything's stitching fine. Now, if you see these little bubbles and everything, it's because I picked it up. You know, that's what that is. I picked it up, moved it, so it causes those kind of issues. And if that's what she's thinking she's having issues with, that's just normal. Okay, then I'm just going to go this way with it. Like this. That's it. And then when you're ready to travel with it, you always want the hub down. So this way this doesn't get damaged, because if this gets bent or damaged, nobody can help you. They're going to tell you, since it's a plastic sewing machine, they're going to tell you, I'm sorry, but you have to buy a new sewing machine because we can't help you, because if the hubs gets broken, you're screwed, because nobody makes the hubs anymore. And older sewing machines, hubs were easy to switch out because we're just done with a couple little screws. Nowadays, they make it so they welt them in so you can't do nothing about it. So but you can change anything and everything. You can do all your changing here. I mean, I can do a different thing. If you're going to do a lot of zigzagging and stuff, you want to move this guy up a little bit to kind of help with the tension, because the tension will be a little lesser. You need to work on moving this up. It says in the book, it should give you a, I don't even know if I can find it, because every book's different. Every one I go to, it's like, okay, they're on different pages. But let me see, I had to block out her name, so... But anyway, it has it in here somewhere, a chart that tells you how to set up your machine. Well, this is about the needle, what kind of needle, what it can do. So you want to make sure you got bulb point needles. But if you set up the machine on tension, I don't know where the tension's at in this thing. There's so many little charts in this thing, so it takes a while to learn them. Okay, so this one here says pattern. To go to this pattern, then it says auto manual, then it says auto manual, and it tells you twin needle, yes, walking foot, yes. It tells you what you can use and what you can not use and stuff like that. And I guess she's putting notes in and that's what she's probably going to ask me questions about her book and that kind of stuff. But other than that, this machine is a lot like my computerized sewing quilting machine. Mine's just a lot bigger, a lot heavier. Back in the day, I think they've made them better, but they've improved them on how to show you the different things. Maybe sometime I'll show you mine so you get an idea. What we found is the needle was dull, so that was the first thing I took out, put a new needle in. Let's see, I put in, let's see here. There was some thread wrapped around it, found some dust bunnies down inside of it. It went for a deep cleaning, and it explains to her everything that she needs to do, or everything she needs to do on this machine. I have no idea what I did with that little bag. Oh, who knows? It has all the dirt and everything in it. Who knows? The wind could have blown in here. I don't know. But anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, I'd love to hear from you. What do you like to sew? Where'd you got it? Maybe you found it at a thrift shop. Maybe you found it online. Maybe someone handed it down to you. I would love to hear from you. I would like to hear what you think about the sewing machine, what you like about the sewing machine, what you dislike about the sewing machine, or if you're having any kind of issues, I can give you some advice or try to direct you the right direction where you need to go to get that resolved, okay? Anyway, have a blessed day, and I hope you got something out of this video. Bye-bye.